Hey, what's up, everybody? Has Bitcoin moved into a bear market? Is the bull market over? I'm going to go into on-chain analysis and technical analysis to show you why I think the bull market is still intact and why I think Bitcoin and Ethereum will break all-time highs in the next 6 months. So let's start with the chart right now. You can see that this was a buy from the early 10,000s and we're still in the long-term uptrend. We're still holding the long-term uptrend. You can see we're pulling into the 50 EMA right now, which has historically been an awesome buying opportunity. So I want to touch on the on-chain analysis to show you guys how important this information is. So this is a Bitcoin supply shock chart showing you the price in relation to people buying, from long-term investors to short-term investors, and exchange flows. That means the amount of Bitcoin leaving exchanges in relation to being deposited to exchanges, which the deposits are bearish and the withdrawals where people are buying Bitcoin, withdrawing to their wallets, is bullish as they're holding it. So I want to show you guys this. We saw Bitcoin supply shock right here where the price was coming down, but we had buyers buying, moving up, and long-term investors eating up that first large dip, and that catapulted us from the 30s into the 50s, and now we're seeing a pullback again, as you can see right here in price, but the exchange flows are still bullish. And then you have the short-term investors, which are they're just buying up Bitcoin, and then you have the long-term investors buying up Bitcoin as well. So this is very bullish as people are still in the idea of a bull market continuing. They're still buying up Bitcoin. It's not like 2017-18 where the buys and the users just kind of dropped. We're seeing a lot of people coming onto the blockchain, creating wallets, and we're seeing investors still buying the price. Whatever it dips to, they're buying it up. They're stacking hard. This is a buy and sell heat map of long-term holders, and you can see it is a buy right now. You can see net flows to Rick Astley, which is, this is from Willy Woo, and Rick Astley is mentioned by him a lot, which is just like a long-term hodler, and you can see that net flows to Rick Astley, they are almost at peak right here. So you can see we're peak here. Peak exchange flows right here as well. So this is bullish as, like I mentioned, people are withdrawing their Bitcoins instead of depositing and selling on exchanges. And then this is exchange flows as well, which is bullish. Same type of thing. Blue represents buying, and the red represents the selling. Let's move to the Bitcoin whale buying, and this is people who are buying 1,000 Bitcoins at a time, or who hold 1,000 plus Bitcoins in their wallet. And you can see that this trend is moving up. You can see that whales are still buying Bitcoins by the thousands. And in bull markets, you want to follow like the smart money. And these high net worth individuals are buying loads of Bitcoins. You probably know what's up. Like, it's probably going to move in the direction they think it's going to move, because people with money are usually smart. So what caused this pullback? I think it was over leveraged traders, and we saw a bunch of liquidations, 1.3 billion, probably more over all networks. This is just Bitcoin liquidations, so definitely at least double or triple that for every coin across every exchange, whether it be central or decentralized. Probably 2, 3, maybe even $4 billion in liquidation. Just get a little flush and then continue to move up. So I also wanted to show you the Meyer multiple chart, which in 2013 we had a double pump. Okay, let it load. So, and this is the Meyer bands chart. Sorry guys, just 1 second. I really like this chart. So you can see here, we pumped into the oversold, we came back down, we actually consolidated for a few months, and then we pumped back up again, I believe like 10x. So we had two huge pumps in 2013, while in 2017 it was a huge rally, but nothing like extreme like this to the upside both times. Like this was just crazy. And then we had this brutal 3-year bear trend, and now you can see we've pumped into the oversold. We've came down into the overbought, I mean, and then we came back down into an oversold area like 20 what was it, 28K? We'll pull it up right here actually. Oops, I always do that and then I screw that up. Okay. Yeah, so perfect. We were oversold here. When was that? That was 20 on March 20th, the COVID drop. And then we were, on a tear from there, and then came back down to the oversold about 28K at the lowest, and now we moved back up to 50. So we're actually still in an oversold area, and we're seeing a ton of accumulation. We have more upside here than downside. There's a ton of traders who think Bitcoin is in a bear market now and is going to break two lows, and is going to make a lower low from this 28 point right here, and people think it's going to test 20K, 17K, and a lot of people are actually selling their crypto. I think they're going to be like in a shock when it's doubled or tripled from their price. I think we're seeing reaccumulation. And like, take a look at this before I let you guys go. Like, we pumped 82%. We pumped 82%, and then we friggin' pull back, 17%, and then like the sky, is falling down for everybody. Everybody thinks we're bearish. But like, if you just look at this market structure, we had this huge, not really huge, but we had this downtrend right here, and we had a little deviation actually, so I could draw it. I'm not gonna perfect it, but however you want to draw it, we had this downtrend here with the one deviation here. But if we drew it from here, as soon as we had this 1-year RSI downtrend, which was broken to the upside, and we were watching that very closely. When it broke here as well, this was an easy buy. We had the cross of the moving averages, and then you had it retest here as well. Like, if you want multiple signs of confluence, you got it. And now we're back up in this uptrend, and we're getting pullbacks. It's normal. It's very normal. Yeah, we might test the lows again. We might even make another low, but I believe that we're going to keep continuing, and we're going to break $100,000 in the next 6 months. So if you guys have any questions, and actually the last thing I'm going to leave on is the SP 500, which cryptocurrency is like pretty correlated in terms of crashes. If this pulls down and breaks its trend, and then the whole market is dragging down, Bitcoin of course will follow. Unless it breaks off and starts making all-time highs while, S&P 500 is breaking down and traditional markets are breaking down. So that's kind of my outlook on Bitcoin. We are not in a bear market. This is a great place to buy, to stack up onto your holdings. I'm not saying go all in on a 100x leverage trade right now, but it's always a great time to buy. If you thought Bitcoin was great up here, you have a 15% discount, and alts usually jump back harder. So when we have a large crash like this, you take out your shopping bag and look for some cheap alts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video on Bitcoin. We have a ton of content coming your way, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on anything, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.